Hi everybody, we are back going to be doing the final finish on the kitchen cabinets that I showed you the other day. I'll give you all a minute to come on. My name is Tammy Neff. I have a little store in New Concord, Ohio called Tammy Loves, and we go out and paint area homes as well and decorate for them. And we are working in a home today that she felt her kitchen was dark. Her eat-in kitchen area was a really light, bright color that you can see here behind me. And then when you turn around into her kitchen, you see how dark it gets. And she felt like she just has this one little wall of color right here leading into the dining room. So she was feeling like she wanted this area of the kitchen to match this area of the kitchen. So we decided to paint her island in the same color as her wall color. That color is the Sherwin-Williams color, by the way. I didn't tell you that yesterday when we were, or might have been the day before because we second coated yesterday, but the color is called Biscay, and it's a Sherwin-Williams color. Let me see if a lot of you were liking the color. Let me see here. Here it is, 6940. 6940 is the color. So if you're interested, it's Sherwin-Williams and it's semi-gloss. So now what we're doing, I'm going to flip it around. Now what we're doing, we have the island all painted. Here, as you can see, it's 2 coats. We did not prime. We used Pro Classic in a semi-gloss finish. We did not prime these cabinets because we decided we're going to do a sandback effect. And this is what it looks like. See on the edge how you can see the dark cabinet beneath it, and see on the edge of all of the trim, the inside band, like right here, you can see that. And then here at the top corner you can see. And the reason I did not prime is because I don't want the white primer ring around the edge of this. I just wanted dark and then paint. So we eliminated the priming because of that. So here we are just gently scuffing these up. We don't want them to be too scuffy. We can always go back and take more off when the homeowner comes and looks at them. But it's to fix it if you do get too much off, like we were just practicing back here and we tried with a wet rag as well, and you can see that's too much. It took it too far. So all you do if that happens is go back and add a little paint. So that's an easy fix. So to show you how we do this, here we go. We use the medium grit sanding sponges, and I told you to lightly sand your drawers first before you started painting, and that we use the medium grit, but we didn't use a brand new one. We don't want them super scratchy, okay? But now we do. We want a brand new sponge that hasn't been used, so it's very coarse, but just medium, so it's not too coarse. Anyway, all you're gonna do is rub, and look how quickly you see I barely scuffed that. There you go. You see how I broke through already? And I don't want to sand it so much that I break on through the stain and get to there. See how quick? And then the corners are really fun to do. You just sand them back like that. And see how awesome? Okay. And then we're going to go down the side here. Let's do another corner, sanding that back. But so really we're using the color of the cabinet. If this cabinet was a very blonde color underneath, you probably, sorry, I just got a phone call. If you wanted a dark color to show through and your cabinets were a light like this color, you wouldn't achieve that by sanding it back. It would sand back to, Angie, will you text Abby and tell her to stop calling me? She just called me 3 times. I know she needs me, but tell her I'm doing a live and I can't talk to her right now. See what she wants. Thank you. So anyway, we're going to continue sanding here. It's my daughter trying to call me. Sorry, guys. let's see here. Oh, it's hard to hold the camera and watch what I'm doing and watch what you're seeing all at the same time. Okay, and then I'm gonna just run this at the bottom a little bit. You can't really see what I'm getting at the bottom, so I just wanna knock a little bit of it off. Now I'm going to go in, let me see here if I can hold the phone better. Sorry for my fingers here. Okay, and then I'm going to go on the trim just a bit. See it breaking through right there? But I don't want to go so far that I go down into the light wood that's underneath that, that stain. Okay, and then I'm going to just try to catch that little edge of that trim. See? And I'm getting it. Hopefully you guys can, yeah, there you go. There you can really see it now, okay? So if the customer comes in and sees this and says, oh my gosh, I love it, I want more, we just go back with the sanding block and continue to sand until we break down more paint. Now this paint is very fresh, so it's coming off fairly easily. If we were to wait the 30 days for this to cure, it would be a lot more difficult to scratch off, and we would probably need an electric sander to break through easily. But because it's so fresh, I mean, we literally just finished the second coat this morning. It's coming off really well. And you could actually break it down with a wet rag. That's what we did on the back of the drawer that I just showed you, in case you're replay people and you missed that, right there. That was broke down with a wet rag. It took it way farther than what we wanted it to go. So we went back to the sanding blocks. It was easier, but it went too far. It was harder to control. You always kind of just practice a little bit and see what works the best for you. None of it's wrong, it's just whatever works. Now, if you notice also, I'm not burnishing like the flat, the flat part of this, because if you look really closely, you guys can really see that dull edge right here that the sanding block has kind of scuffed and dulled it out a little bit. So if you were to try to break free just in the middle here, or like in the middle here where the handles are, you would have that dull ring around it, and we really don't want a lot of that. It's a little distracting. And it sometimes forces us to do a clear coat over it, which we really, you know, we don't really need to do that nor want to do that, because it's shiny. Sometimes it lets the brush marks show more than you might want. So, okay, I'm going to go into the cabinet now. Let's see here. She's going to have to put a new outlet in right there. Oh, this is just coming off so nice. I know you guys can see it because I'm looking at the screen as I'm doing this. But we are really just attacking the edges. So if you go back and watch the first video that I posted, you would see why I wiped back the edges of the primer, because I wanted to prime it because, of course, I wanted, you know, the paint to adhere the best that it could, and, you know, give the client the best job. And I know that you always want to prime. There's a painter's mantra, I guess you would call it, that says save time, prime. And it's because sometimes when you are doing a job, something happens, something comes up from underneath that you don't know is there, and you have to go back and start over and prime it. Where if you just start with primer, then you don't really have that happen. So it is a good rule to save time and prime everything. But in this case, like I said, I don't want that white ring coming through, so I did not prime it. Okay, I'm getting around here in the dark now, so I don't know that you'll be able to see. Oh my gosh, look how, can you guys tell how, I barely even wiped on that, and it is just doing exactly what I want it to do. Can you see that? It's just beautiful. That little tiny, the shine is so shiny because I use semi-gloss paint, but that little tiny detail just adds the world. Let's see, hi Debbie, if you use chalk paint, do you wax before or after you do this step? You wax last. You always wax last. If you're going to glaze, you would wax last. If you would do the sand, because you would sand off the wax, and the whole point of the wax is to seal it. So do your waxing last. Still working here. Just thought I would do a little bit more for you all to see. Change my sponge. Yeah, see, my sponge is getting paint buildup, so it's not maybe doing quite as good as it was in the beginning. And the bottoms, for some reason, just with the shadow, it's there. It's coming off, but it's just hard to see. So let me use that edge. Oh, it's looking so good, you guys. Look. I'm sorry it's so dark. I didn't have a spotlight here set up. But I know you can see that. Here, let's break through right here. Looks like good light. Okay, there's the outside edge. If you see the difference, you could back it up if you're on the replay. Just push the backwards button and you can see the difference. And then in this arch here, I'll do it real quick, see if you can. I'm in the shadows of the drawers. We set them up on top of the island. Nope, I don't think you guys can see that part. But I'm not going to go back in the back of these bookcases and stuff. I don't want to see all that. Let me see here. Here's some that Angie has gotten finished. So see her breaking through, and then I'll come around and do what I'm doing on hers, and she'll go around and do what she's doing on mine, so that our hand is the same. That way, because it's kind of an artsy thing, and everybody's look is a little different. Everybody's hand is heavier or lighter than each other. Can you give us a quick view zooming out? Sure. This is just the solid paint. The color is called Biscay. I believe the number was
6490.
6490. Okay.
I think.
I think so too. I'm not sure. But here it is. So in looking, there's a little arch up here. I was going to turn my phone, but I can't because it'll make you guys be sideways. And then there's the color in the distance that we're trying to match. So let me zoom out. So it's very subtle. From a distance, you'll barely, I mean, you can make out the, oh, look at the cat up on the counter. You can make out the edges of the drawers. I think he does that a lot. From a distance, but that's about it. It's a very subtle look, but I love it. I love it. So, and like I said, if you guys have a painted piece of furniture and you are tired of it, you could try sanding back on the edges and see. I would plan on painting it just in case it didn't work out the way you want it, like you don't know what's under there if it's unfinished wood, but you could try scuffing it up and seeing what you get. You could go back with a glaze and wipe it where you sanded, and that raw wood would grab that glaze, and then wipe it back with your rag, and you could possibly create kind of a reverse effect of this, but I think you could get it. So anyway, I don't know if you have any other questions. Just feel free to comment, and I'll watch the comments for the next few days. They'll pop up for me, and then I'll be able to answer your questions if you all have any. So anyway, I just really quickly wanted to show you guys how it was going, and I will take a no. Do I need anything from Sam's Club? No. Tell her thank you. Oh yeah, raspberries. Actually, yeah, we could use some more raspberries, blueberries. Yeah. Sam's Club has the best fruits. Anything else I can think of? Oh, I can't think so. Zucchini for the zucchini pasta, but that's big. It's too much there. I don't want that much. So, okay, guys, I will flip you back around here. Sorry for that interruption. My daughter kept trying to call me. She kept trying to call me during this, so I was getting interruptions. Hang on. Around. There you go. So anyway, that gives you a really good idea about what we're doing. They were perfectly painted, untouched cabinets, and then it really hurts to take that sanding block at them. For a minute, yeah. Angie's like, are you sure you want to do that? But yeah,
see what it looks like.
Yeah, she needed to just breathe a minute and trust me and see what I was doing. And now she's digging it. She's all about it. I hear her over there sanding like crazy. So she's a believer now. So anyway, you guys can easily do this yourselves. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. So thanks for watching. Yeah, send me your questions. Thanks, bye. Oh, I think I hit cancel. Uh-oh. No, I hope I